Hello and welcome back to Simon Outdoors. Today I'm in the garden doing a bit of work, as my workshop's too full of stuff for other projects. Today I'm doing the bow saw frame, or starting it. We'll see how we go. I've been out already to start off with, doing a bit of woodwork, because I've just put, or started putting the handles on these two ferrocerium rods. Once the glue's dried, that can hold the hold the rod and shape the other end of the handle on a sander. So I've now got a sander. As before, I hand carved them all with my Opinel No. 6 pocket knife. You can see there's all sorts of bits of wood. That's an old mirror stand. My wife wanted to chuck away, and I says, "Oh, keep the wood, because like the ends of here, it's already a nice shape. You could sand it up, stain it a different colour. You could make it into a handle for something." You know, I'm a bit of a hoarder with bits and bobs, but only things I can think makes useful. These steel pipes here, they were off a neighbour. They were table legs, and that's what I'm going to be bolting or welding to the little gas bottles that I've shown you on the previous video when I'm going to make a chimney, a little log burner. Anyway, back to the bow saw. These bow saw blades, I live in the UK, and these are from a hardware store called Wilkinson's, and I bought these for 99p each. It's a 600mm blade, 24 inches, and what I've done to start off with, I've got a piece of wood that's long enough. This is going to be the middle bar for the bow saw. I've come to the end here, and I thought, well, the thickness I want, the side pieces that I'm going to be holding, I want it strong enough so that when I put a drill here and put a bolt in, it's not going to break very easily. I know I could do this out of hardwood, but pine's what I've got. Measure 25mm in, then 25 again. So put a line in at 50, a line in at 25. Then what I did, hold the bow saw blade over that line, then go up to the other end. Mark here in the same hole as you have that side. I know I did it there, but this is what I'm showing you. Mark here, and as you can see, I've measured 25mm that side, 25mm this side. So now what I've got to decide, now I've got my measurements for my rail, because I can like draw near my tenons next to where I want this mid rail. Now what I've got to decide is how I want the saw to fold away. I've seen other saws where the blade folds into the frame and it protects the blade. Well, that is pretty handy for when you put it in a backpack, but that determines the depth of cut on your saw, because if you've got, say, it's a 600mm blade, if it was spot on, it was like 300 this side, that one folded in 300. Okay, so you've got a bar either side 300mm long. Once you've cut your brace for the middle and that goes in, then you've got your cord on the top. You're looking only at a cutting depth of about 150mm, something like that. Now if you want to use this saw for doing lots of different jobs, not just pruning little branches, like a branch 150mm thick, I would use my folding saw on it. You know, it's a bit more energy, but I'll use it. This I want to make for doing bigger logs, I think. I'll look at maybe how I can pack it away into the frame differently, rather than just having these side ends that you keep unbolted and they just swing in, then you put this middle bit to side light to protect it. I'll have a look at that as I'm going into it. But this is where I'm at the minute. So next I'm deciding, well, I'm going to get the saw out, my little table saw. There's my big saw's in there, and it's I've started piling stuff on it again, so I can't use that one unless I clean it, but I've got a little saw and a little chop saw up there. But anyway, I've got this old pine that I'm going to be using. It doesn't matter that it's got some paint on it, bits and bobs. That'll clean up later when I sand it. So next I'm going to just rip these down to 50mm, like I've got the measurement here, 50. Then I'll decide how high I want them, which will determine my depth of my cut. Then I'll just mark up where I'm going to mortise this in. It's very simple, really. Then I'll be drilling this into the bottom of those legs once I've ripped them off. Obviously cut a little slot with a hacksaw blade onto the other piece, so that will slot in there and be bolted through. Then I'll just get some paracord to go across, do a little notch across and a toggle that you twist, and it locks on this bar. I'll get it all cut out to start off with. Then I might shape it. I might put a chamfer on. I think I will put a chamfer on. I've got a router, so I might do that, but you can do that by hand as well, either using a chisel carefully or smoothing plane, anything like that, bullnose plane, anything really. Your pocket knife, like I do my carving with my pocket knife. So yeah, I'll be doing this video in stages, so this is stage 1. I'll get this cut out and I will get the legs cut out, then we'll look at the mortise. Okay, I think that's where we'll leave it at for now.